Good morning, everyone. It's the morning, Sunday morning, and you're all welcome for this morning motivation. So, morning motivation is all about talking good and feeling good and knowing that we are all heading in the right path. So, me, Dr. Rohini, welcome you all for this session of morning motivation. So we have a few things that is lined up for this week, and we also want to update you with what is happening with the Academy. We have so many things that is for you that we have brought up: the weekly sessions, the monthly sessions, what is already over, and what is lined up for the coming months. We can discuss all that. And before that, let me just give you a quick introduction on who I am first. So, me, I'm Dr. Rohini, and I have about 10 years of teaching education to all these NEET PG and other various aspirants from PG aspirants. And then I also have a lot of experience teaching abroad, and I have an experience dealing with students like you who need motivation. Not everyone needs that kind of a push, but most of us definitely need some good push, especially on some lazy days and when the environment or the surrounding is not cooperating with us, right? So when the environment surroundings are filled with so much of negativity, you feel that you wish you had someone who can bring in some positivity and then help you work towards your goal. And I'm there for you, and so is an academy platform for you. We're always there for you to take you towards your goal. Okay, we have a lot of things that is lined up. One is me being an educator. I can call myself a teacher. I would call myself a teacher when I was teaching initially. So now I feel that I have gained a quite number of years of experience, and I would call myself an educator because I feel that I can motivate a student and make him reach his goal. So this is what is important characteristics or trait of an educator. So teachers can definitely teach something and then just move away from your life. But if someone can leave an impact on you, then make you always recall them whenever you are in the good path or whenever you have reached your goal, then that becomes a educator. So educator is someone who can guide you, who can motivate you and help you with your daily routine. So not everyone is well versed with their routine. Not everyone knows what is right for them because each one of us is very different. So to know that and to find that hidden talent in you, you need a mentor or a educator. So I would call myself an educator because I can counsel you and I can also guide you to reach your goal. So we can open the door for you, but you must learn to enter the door by yourself. So unless you make up your mind that you want to go in this path to reach your goal, then it becomes very difficult. So it's a Chinese proverb, but it applies to everyone because we at Unacademy, we have the open door for you. And it is up to you to decide what exactly you want to do in your life. You want to give your 100%? How do you want to do it? Do you need motivation? Do you need to get a daily notifications that you need to get up early, study early, and make most use of the time that you have got over the weekends? Then definitely we can do for you. That is at an academy. We have various courses and various educators who are well versed. We are very much experienced in this particular field, not just in the field of education, but we can definitely influence you. So this is a important aspect of any educator, and taking feedback and improving yourself should be a student's characteristic or a trait. So if you are willing to understand and go in the path that will take you towards your goal, then we are there to help you. So here you are, you know that everyone has some good or bad traits, and you don't know what is your strength and weakness unless someone tells you that this is your positive uh, trait, or this is your strength and this is your negative thing that you need to improve on. So all this can be done with a lot of mock tests and lot of trials and errors. And even when you listen to all our classes and the group studies that we do, we have a lot of free classes. We have a lot of free classes with your YouTube, and then you have special classes, plus classes, and we have a lot of mock tests, and we have so many things that is lined up. When things are properly planned, it becomes very easy for any learner to plan towards your goal. So if your goal is down the lane about 12 months away, say that you have about a year. So it is very important that you start planning now itself. How many days of studies can you do in a week? And what are your other activities? So you can work around that. You can plan it neatly. And over the weekend, how many hours extra you can put in to studies. So all this can be done with good planning, because planning the curriculum is our job. Planning your curriculum is our job. We have planned a lot of things for you. Let's see what are the things that we have planned for you. And you must remember one thing in your mind. You should always stay positive. So whether it is bad time, whether it is COVID time, or any time you may be burdened with extra duties at work, but never forget, all these are the ones which are parallelly running with your main line towards the goal. Your goal should be the focus for you. Always don't lose your focus from your goal, because ultimately when you have achieved your goal, you will turn back and see that so many hurdles you have crossed, and you will become a even more stronger person or stronger adult. So you are capable of more than what you can think. You must be underestimating yourself most of the time, but definitely you are more capable and you are worthy of more things in life. So you should not be just compromising with small things. I will go for something that gives me just 50%, then I'll somehow adjust. No, that is not for you. When you have worked so hard to get a seat of MBBS, you definitely need a better seat in PG. So when you are working so hard to get a good bag, a good seat for your PG studies, then please take the good guidance as well. So feedbacks and guidance and motivation, everything is important for every student. So guidance, motivation, plus the top class, the educators, and the curriculum that we have designed, everything is going to be very important for you. And when you have achieved your goal, you will definitely thank each one of us. Okay. So now we have a lot of practice tests and other things. So this is something like your morning motivation. So you should always get motivated and start your day. So it is not like, Sunday is a complete relaxation day. So always, I believe one thing, that is change of work is your relaxation. If you are doing something, like for example, if you are studying preclinical, then switch to something else. That is your change of work. So if you're doing preclinical, just the theory part, go to some mock test or the MCQs or scenario based questions. That itself should, give you the change of mood. You may switch from the same monotonous thing to something else. So that will actually elevate your mood and make you study better or develop interest. So there are various things. One is, you should stay hydrated. That is one thing for a student, because the dehydration can definitely make you feel low and make you feel depressed. That is one thing. Then do your regular exercise. Go for your morning walks. Go, if you feel low, listen to music. And then also eat good nutritional food, and don't compromise on any other extracurricular activities. Take time out for everything that is important for you, because each one of us have a different need. So our needs are different. So since our needs are different, we cannot compare ourselves to other people or other students. So my curriculum, my body, my needs are different from the other person. So know your strength and weakness first, and then you have to plan accordingly. So always there will be backlogs, right? Whatever plans we make, there will be backlogs. So always try to squeeze in everything at the end of the week and have a schedule of about 6 to 7 hours. Keep it as only for backlogs to cover all your backlogs. So that way, when you start fresh on Monday mornings, you will have everything covered that was supposed to be covered in the previous week. So this will give you a fresh start on Monday mornings, and then you'll feel a lot more better, and you'll know exactly where you stand, how many steps you have moved ahead and not gone with your backlogs, right? So that is very important. So this is one aspect of, a learner's guide. So I also, when I was a student, I had a lot of things that I felt I should have had, and I was not able to have. And have when I think of it, I also feel that I wish I was there in this era, not in the sometime 10 years back down the lane when there were no mobile phones and no access to internet. I studied my PG during that time. So you can just imagine what we went through and how we used to study and what we used to do. We didn't even have that camera phones. So it used to be very difficult to communicate, difficult to do things. So now things are advanced. Everything is virtual, everything is online. You have access to so many things. You have even access to books written by foreign authors, and you have access to good platforms like the Unacademy, and you can have various modes of teaching. One is through YouTube, the other one could be through special classes, and you can set time and you can choose what you want. It is not like a particular time is set and you are supposed to be there. That is not the thing now. So things have changed. So you are much, much, much closer to your goal in that manner. So you should always learn to follow your dreams and believe in yourself, and never ever give up for anything. So there are so many alternatives that you can pick from. So you have, if morning is not if you're not a person who can wake up in the morning, then choose the best time that suits you. And you can start with something that is your favorite subject. What is your favorite subject? You start from there. That will elevate your mood. And then never lose interest in the subjects that doesn't inspire you. You can take help. Definitely you can take help. You can join some coaching like the Unacademy, where you are made to develop interest in the subject. If you feel that the subject is not interesting, we can make it interesting for you. How do we make interesting for you? We will teach you the basics in the topic, and then we will make sure that you are at a point where you can answer all the mock tests and other MCQs and test series and everything. So you will be on your toes all the time to look forward for the new things, because your scores will go high that way. So, and you will also learn to manage time. That is very important, because there is a timer that is set up. So you will know exactly how much time you take per question. And your answers you can discuss with the educators. And then there are so many other modes of connecting with the educators. We have Telegram channel where you can join, and we also have feedback. And then we have this, especially we have this learners app, which is called the Unacademy Learners app, which you can download not just from the Play Store, but also for Android users, they can download it from the Google Play. So with this, you can get this app, and this app has the various things. It has this options for you to, opt for classes, and then you can look for various things that is coming up. If you have any technical difficulties, you can you get a support from them. There is a support system, and then you have classes and courses that is listed you can choose from. And then you have also test and reports is given, how many and previous test, how many you scored, how much you scored, and you can work on your weaker areas that way. That way you can work on weaker areas, and you can see your improved version gradually. So you will become a improved person, and then finally you will be so confident that you will be readily make a decision to crack the NEET PG exam. So we have various courses, and in the upcoming list we also have this 2022 subject-wise test for test 1 series, that is from the May 1st, 8 a.m. So we have the test series that is going on. The test 1 is on the 31st, that is tomorrow. So you have a test series that is at 8 a.m. So you'll get a notification. Once you have this learners app and you have enrolled yourself, you start getting notifications. So the notification itself is like your motivation, right? It is just like your mom or someone waking you up and asking you to study. So, but this is in a nicer way. We will tell you this is the class that is coming up. We will tell you the topic and the various things that you can, go through. And then you can also download those PDF notes and the study materials at the end of the class. And at your leisure, you can go back and revise them. So once you have done that, we have always got this subject-wise test, that is daily subject-wise MCQ test. And then we have batch 2 image-based subject-wise test we have. And then we have a mock test that is on NEET PG 2020. And then grant test series for NEET PG 2021 we have. And for just preclinical subjects, we have tests. So if you are the person who started with your preclinical subjects first, and you haven't touched your clinical yet, and you need help with the clinical ones, and you have already done with your preclinical, you can just check how much you have understood and where you stand, whether you are good at it or you still need some improvement. You can find it out yourself. So all that can be done. And upcoming, we have so many free ones where when you enroll yourself, you can get all these for free. That is NEET PG T20, FMG Daily T20, and then NEET PG Daily T20, and that is 2021, and subject-wise series FMGE. And you will also get the test FMGE 2021 and NEET PG 2021. There are a lot of varieties of tests and subject-wise tests. And again, it is for every student. Each student has a different method of, studying. So nobody will be turned down and nobody will be disappointed, because we have a variety of the way we have constructed or the way we have done the curriculum is going to impress each and every student, and you'll feel very comfortable when you start working on these things. So you can also refer a friend. You can also refer a friend and earn free weeks of subscription. So this is again free. There are a lot of freebies that you can get, and this is definitely going to motivate anybody for that matter. So freebies are there, and then that is going to help you earn more weeks for your revision. So more the information, better for you. And then you have this. I wanted to share a small story when I was a student, but before that, I also want to just mention it to you that with your subscriptions, if you have a 12 months gap, at least you can go for this 12 months subscriptions. See, like I mentioned, you can get a free weeks. Here you can get a free month or a two. So 2 months of free subscription you get with 12 months of subscription. This 2 months you can get within 30 days. It will be added to your 12-month subscription. So you will get 12 plus 2, altogether 14 months of subscription of unlimited access to an academy curriculum. So the curriculum is beautifully designed by all the educators, and it includes everything that is needed for a student to crack NEET PG. So there are various top stories from those who have benefited, but this is one of my silly story which I feel that I should always laugh at. It puts a smile on my face whenever I think. That is, when we were students, we always had this thing in our mind that I wish we had mobile phones. But that those days it was just the landlines that we used to have. So it used to be very difficult to communicate, not just communicate, and there was no camera phone. So if we wanted anything to be taken, picture to be taken, it would be very, very difficult. So what we would do instead of, what I would do instead of, I wanted something to be clicked and copied. Instead of writing it down, I would just record it. I would just record it on my phone. I had a mobile phone, but that looked as if it was a landline phone. It was that big. So I would place it on the table, and I would turn on the recording, and I would just record whatever I read from the book. That is especially the clinical aspects. All the clinical aspects, since there was no way that we could take the library books home, nor we had that kind of money to purchase new foreign authored books. So what I would do is I would just read it loud and then record it on my mobile phone. I was one of the few students who carried a phone, but that phone was very basic handset and it was too big, and I had kept it on the table. And it would record whatever I just said. And whenever I had time, I would just go home, maybe after 10, 11 o'clock, 11 p.m. I would just go home and copy that onto a notebook. And then draw a diagram, which I could, had to recall and draw because there was no way we could take the pictures. So I had to recall and draw a diagram with it, and then I would save it. So this was my daily routine. So many times, many of my friends have come and interrupted during my recording session, and even that has gotten recorded. So this is something that I have done very silly, but now when I think, I was like, okay, I wish I was born in this era where I have access to so many things. So one is the coaching centers and learning platforms. They are just beautiful and guiding you so much. So when you have access to so much, I think it's always a good idea to just subscribe and see what is good for you, because there are so many people who don't have access to this, and they wish, including me, who always wish that there was some other method to learning. That was a very silly thing that I used to do, but that worked for me. But it doesn't work, or not many people get this kind of idea. So when you have such a um, platform, I think it's always worth to go ahead and try. So kindly try this and see how well you can improve, right? And then one more thing is, always keep your weekends not so constricted and constrained. It should be for getting yourself complete with, or completing or finishing all your backlogs, and always learning a small one or two topics, that is new topic, so that you get motivated for Monday mornings to start a week-long session of classes and topics. So everything you can plan. Planning is all about success. So if you're a good planner, and if you can plan your studies well, and you know exactly within small time frame how to extract or how to make maximum benefit, then that is what takes you towards your success. And you can also tell some success stories like me in the coming days if you have followed a good plan. And you should always utilize your weekends maximum. You should watch some motivational things. So, what motivates you? Do that first. So, because the first morning motivation is what is important. Like, I'm motivating you to work towards your goal. You definitely need a mentor or a motivator. So, that is possible when you are willing to listen and, take the feedback and follow the tips. And we are all there for you. And it is very important that you work in the correct line and not get deviated from the focus. All right. So with all this, I would just suggest you, we have a lot of plans that is planned for you in the coming months, the month of May, June, etc. Please go to this website of unacademy.com and go through all the schedule that is there. And you also try the mock tests and the other test series. Take the subscription, follow the educators, and see what is new that is present in this Unacademy and how different it is from your usual coaching centers. It will be very different, and the curriculum is very vast. You know that for NEET PG, and how beautifully it is designed, and how well you can manage your time with this kind of planning. So go ahead, good luck, and thanks for